Prescott is a great retirement town, but some people move here and realize too late they can't afford it.
Hi, I'm Diane, the Prescott Pickle Lady.
And I'm Randall, her trusty sidekick.
We make videos to help people who are thinking about relocating to Prescott understand what it's really like to live here. If you are thinking about moving to Prescott and trying to figure out whether it fits your budget, this video is for you. We're going to walk through the real cost of living in Prescott, Arizona, so you can decide if it makes financial sense for you. We're going to break down the biggest cost drivers in Prescott, including housing, taxes, and the everyday expenses that add up over time. Then we'll show you a simple way to estimate your own monthly costs so you can compare Prescott to where you live now.
Make sure to stick around to the end because we have a special goodie for you, a clever little tool that will show you exactly what it would cost you to live here.
Housing is the big one.
It's the biggest one, by far the biggest one. Prices are higher than many expect for Arizona. People are still thinking this is a small little country town.
Right.
That's not true anymore.
It has changed.
It's definitely changed.
The out-of-state demand has influenced the pricing big time.
Yeah, we've got a lot of exodus states that send people here, and they keep our prices kind of high. So we went through 2 years of COVID, 30% appreciation.
Crazy.
And the prices have not dropped. They've just they've been flat, but they have not dropped like they have in a lot of
spiked up
others.
during COVID. Lots of bidding wars drove everything up. And now we're pretty much level. So some people are still trying to price COVID-wise. And then they realize I have to get down, back to the normal. So they really haven't adjusted that much.
Yeah. So if you're looking to manage your housing costs, new construction costs more than older construction.
Yep.
A resale is typically more affordable than a new build. And fixer-uppers are always a bargain. You can also look at some alternatives to Prescott itself. There's Prescott Valley right next door. Chino Valley, Dewey Humble. We can hook you up with homes in these areas as well if you kind of want to manage that a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah, so housing is the biggest piece, but it's not the whole story. Next, we'll look at what taxes are like here. All right, so property taxes are pretty low here.
Amazingly low.
Yeah.
So if you're coming from California, you're going to be shocked and amazed. Most of my Californians say, oh, that must be a quarterly tax, or is that a semi-annual? No, it's the annual tax.
It's not. And property values are going up. That doesn't mean your property taxes will too. The great example I always use, I mentioned before that during COVID, we had 30% appreciation. Homes went up 30%. You know what the taxes did? The property taxes actually went down.
That's correct.
And the reason why is because COVID was out, the city couldn't do a lot of the regular services. And so they knew that they were going to save money that way. So they actually reduced taxes. That's the kind of city it is. They are very fiscally responsible.
So if you buy a house that somebody bought for $600,000 and they sell it to you for $1 million, your property taxes are not going to jump up to that $1 million.
No,
and believe me, they really don't. We've been
really
here
don't.
10 years.
Yeah.
I think our taxes now are maybe $2,500 a year.
Yeah.
And our house is about 3,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So, we don't really have a lot of big jumping.
Now, there is state income tax. People go crazy. Oh, I don't want to live any place where there's state income tax. The thing is, the combined tax burden is often lower than states that have no income tax. I'm thinking specifically of Texas.
Where we lived.
I'm looking at you, Texas. We lived in Texas. The property taxes we paid, and we did not have a very expensive home. Easily outdistance what we're paying now in property tax and income tax combined.
Right, and I do believe, don't quote me on this, but I think they do not tax your Social Security. So keep that in mind. This state does not tax Social Security. So if you're retired and gathering that, you don't have to pay on that. Texas, everyone's like, oh, no state income tax, that's great. But you buy a house for $500,000, your income tax, your property taxes, I should say.
15 grand.
Yeah, 11 to 15 grand, easy.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. They trick you.
All right, so taxes might surprise you in a good way, but there are a few costs people tend to overlook that can really add up.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk utilities. Utilities are driven by the four-season climate that we have here. We have four seasons. You're going to pay for gas in the winter, and you're going to pay for electricity in the summer.
Right.
Talk about that. Tell me about utilities here.
Utilities here are very reasonable and very low. I know in some areas in California, the electric, the water, and gas are sky high. We are still within reason. You know, we're very
Yeah.
reasonable rates. I run my house super, super, super cold in the summer, and the highest bill with 2 stories I've ever had is like $375.
Yeah.
And most people don't run it the way we do.
No.
So you'll be fine.
We err on the side of cool. So
Yeah.
during the winter, we don't spend as much on gas as maybe some of our friends do. They like to keep the house warmer. We
Right.
like a cool house. So we pay the price in the summer.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
most folks, even in the winter, just run their fireplace, which is what we do.
Yeah.
And we stay nice and warm. We also, whole house fans are really big here.
Yeah.
Even though we have central air in all homes, I installed a whole house fan. So like right now, I'm not even running my air. I just run my whole house fan in the evening, and it keeps it nice and chilly.
Yeah, in the summer,
Love
it's
it.
cool at night. So
Yeah.
if you run the whole house fan, it clears your attic of all the hot air.
Absolutely.
It's a good cost saver.
And so because electricity is not that expensive here, it's not really necessary to have solar unless
Yeah.
you really want to be cognizant of the climate and you want to be more green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, solar is really about being green here.
That's right.
It doesn't really usually make financial sense. If you're looking at a community that has a lot of solar, either they're really green or utilities are really high. You won't see a lot of
So
solar.
in Phoenix and Scottsdale, it makes a lot of sense to have solar. But here, because our utilities aren't that expensive, it's a cost factor. So it's
Yeah.
up to you whether you want to put in that extra amount and add solar.
Let's
So-
talk about insurance. Tell me about insurance.
Insurance varies. It's still pretty reasonable. Some areas, it's a little bit harder to get because they're more in a wooded area. I believe the 86305 zip code, sometimes you have to shop a little bit more because they're more concerned about the fire. Sorry, California, that happened, but it's now affecting
Yeah,
everybody across the United States. My insurance just went up because I had 2 leaks. Other than that, it would have been, if
Those were
not,
basically my fault.
my home insurance would have been about $1,800 a year.
Yeah.
So not bad.
So tell us about HOAs.
HOAs, depending on your neighborhood, cost, some have no HOAs. Some, like Prescott Lakes, every neighborhood has a different HOA. Where I live in Prescott Lakes, my HOA is $183 a quarter. So every 3 months I get a bill for $183.
So on average, that's
Yeah.
less than $100 a month.
Right. So you're not going to have.
People are coming from areas that have extremely
Right.
high HOAs, and so you say HOA, like I don't want an HOA.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
And then when
yeah.
they find out how cheap it is, it's
Yeah.
really not that big a deal.
Absolutely. I mean, most of them are spending $500 to $800 a month on
Yeah.
HOAs. That is unheard of here. It will not happen. It's
Yeah.
pretty reasonable. So not bad at all. And
You will need a car.
yes.
You will need a car. We really don't have public transportation to speak of.
No buses. We do
so
have
you need a car, ongoing maintenance.
we have cabs. We have things
Uber
like that,
and all that
Uber
stuff,
and
yeah.
Lyft. But if you don't want to rely on that, then you need to know that you need a car to get around.
Absolutely. Hey, let us know what your biggest financial concern is about moving here to Prescott. We really like to find out. If you would, leave a comment and we'll check that out. All right, and now that we've covered costs, let's talk about a few finance tricks people use to help make the numbers work. Here's some quick tips.
Oh, he's jumping ahead
Yeah,
of me.
we'll give you the links to more detailed videos on all of these, but we thought we'd just kind of mention them quickly.
Please know, we have no vested interest in
None
any of this
whatsoever.
stuff. We don't get a kickback for
No,
referring.
no.
We don't, we are here to facilitate you getting into the home of
Yeah.
your dreams in the easiest way possible.
These are things that some of our clients have done and they've had good results with them, so we thought we'd share them.
We are not professional.
We're not financial
finance people.
financials. Yeah, so talk to your expert about all of these things. We offer for it. This is just what we've heard. We've seen people do this, and they've had good experiences. So
Right.
the first one is
Bridge loans.
a bridge loan. So the first thing you think of, oh, but they cost a lot of money, right?
They can.
They do. They can cost a lot of money. They can also save you a lot of money. And that's what people don't understand. When you do a bridge loan, your buy is like a cash deal. And when you are negotiating with cash, you can pay less than list price.
That's right.
Thing is also too on your sell side. So you're selling your home. If you have a buyer contingency, you're going to be anxious to sell that home. You're going to take the first deal that comes along usually.
Because you're panicked, you're stressed,
yeah.
you're like, I got to sell this house to get into the next.
Usually between negotiating on your sell side and negotiating on your buy side, you kind of break even or close to it. That's been our experience. Plus you've got additional moving costs or storage costs that you might be looking at because you're trying to get the two ends of your deals to meet together. Check out bridge loans. Usually they end up kind of breaking even, and they can really reduce your stress.
And the one that we refer to doesn't even require, you will not have a second mortgage, so to speak. You don't even have to pay monthly interest. That interest will accrue, but you put up the fee that they charge you can be $15,000, $20,000 upfront, and that covers some of their costs.
Yeah.
And they give you a huge amount of money. And then you go in with a cash deal. So some of that is good. You have 1 year to sell your home too.
Yeah.
So if you sell it quickly, okay, you know, you don't pay that much interest, you're done.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next up, reverse mortgage. Oh, you got a reverse mortgage, you can lose your house. No, you won't, people.
It's a different
that
product
has changed.
now. It's a totally different
So reverse
product.
mortgages are done through the government now. They're government backed. So if you run out of equity, they do not run you out of your house. In fact, if you have a spouse and you pass away, your spouse gets to stay in that house until he or she decides to sell it or they pass away. You will not lose your house. Most people should use a reverse mortgage when they reach a certain age, because what they end up doing is scrimping and saving, struggling to pay mortgage payments and all that. Also, that when they pass, their kids can sell the house at that point.
That's right. And it helps them maintain the home.
Yeah.
Because if they're spending all this money on mortgages, the rest they can at least keep the house current, up to date, fix the AC, fix the roof, all the things that are very difficult when you're retired.
Allows you to do a little higher on the hog. So if you haven't looked seriously at a reverse mortgage because you're afraid you're going to lose your house, talk to an expert, talk to us. We'll put you in contact with an expert. It's a really good product, and chances are it might help you.
It's not your parents' reverse mortgage from the 90s.
That's right.
It's very different.
Final thing is retirement funds as collateral.
Yes.
As you look at your retirement funds, oh, there are penalties to take it out. Oh, there are going to be capital gains. A few of our friends have managed to use their retirement funds as collateral and then took out a loan. So talk to your financial advisor or your money manager. Chances are they can work out something for you. And rather than have to liquidate those funds, you can just use it as collateral.
That's right.
And get a loan. So there you go. Three quick little...
Lots of info, my friends. Yeah. So if you're finding this information helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you would take a moment to like this video. It really helps us a lot. And if you want to make sure you get all of our new videos as soon as they come out, subscribe.
Chances are you know someone who should watch this video. If so, take a moment now and share it with them before you forget. Now that you've seen the big picture, the next step is figuring out what it looks like specifically for you.
So this is the section you've been waiting for, the one we told you about at the beginning, where we will give you a special treat that will tie all of this together for you.
Yeah, so just to cut to the chase, this is a simple spreadsheet tool to estimate and compare your current spending to where you'd be once you move to Prescott. So the link is in the description. We'll do a QR code up here somewhere. You can do the QR code, or you go to prescottscoop.com/costs, and it will take you to this tool. It is easy and fun to use and allows you to test different scenarios to get your hands around all the numbers. Download it now, give it a spin. If you need help, we'd be glad to help walk you through it and talk to you about it.
If Prescott is starting to sound like it may be a real option for you, you're probably thinking, I want to see some homes there.
That is exactly why we've created our Home Alert Survey. It helps you define what you're looking for in a home and connects you with the real listings on the market right now that match. When there are homes that fit your parameters, they'll come to you straight to your email automatically. And of course, you can unsubscribe at any time using the easy link provided in every email. To get started, go to picklealerts.com or use the QR code provided on the screen or look for the link in the description.
Once you figure out what you can afford, the next step is figuring out where in town you might want to live. Amazingly enough, shockingly, we have a video for that.
And by now, you're probably noticing that we have a video for pretty much everything.
Well, this video walks you through the top 5 neighborhoods in the city of Prescott. And if you see anything you're really interested in, give us a call. We'll preview it for you and do a video. In the meantime, we hope you found our video informative and fun, and we hope to see you next time. Bye, friends.
Bye.